some more pleasant weather in Island Head Creek. We just had this rainstorm came through with a big bullet of breeze that leaned the boat right over. Got water coming into the cabin top there, which is pretty rare on this boat, but anyway. Yeah, she's pretty gnarly. I'm glad I'm in here and not out at sea. There's even a bit of blue sky over there. We had initially anchored just a mile or so in from the mouth of Island Head Creek. But with a bit of swell invading that mouth area, we decided on day 2 to move further up the creek near our friends on Amiri. We've got another day here in Island Head Creek. It was nice a bit earlier and the breeze was down. Now it's come over cloudy again and the breeze is up again. It's the weirdest place we wind against tide though. This is our friends Amiri here. You see if you look around the anchorage though, this boat's pointing in every which way. There's a cat over here that's pointing at 180 degrees to Brett here. There's a big power cat on the other side. He's 180 degrees to us. And we're about 90 degrees to Brett. And we're only about, well, probably 50 metres away from him. The weirdest thing. Anyway, looks like we're in here for a few more days still. The breeze is supposed to be up Saturday today. We're hoping maybe Tuesday we might be able to get out of here. So another pretty quiet day. We're hoping to be able to get the crab traps out today, but I don't know. What's going on down here, Precious? You got a bit of bacon going on today. I can hear the bread makers going.
Bread maker's going.
Oh, what have you got here? Oh, look
Make
out.
some cinnamon scrolls.
Cinnamon scrolls. Yum.
Gonna let that sit for 5 minutes.
The things that make you excited when you're stuck in an anchorage for 5 or 6 days. I'm looking forward to it though. So this is one of the upsides of some nasty weather where you're stuck in port for a while. Sam's been cooking yummy scrolls and a fresh loaf of bread. How good is that?
Yum.
Good job. Can't wait. Right, I'm getting right into it. So, how is it?
Cinnamon scrolls, pretty good.
Yum. There's a bit of excitement for us. Military have been doing lots of exercises in the area. We've been hearing these two choppers a fair bit. So it's Sunday morning now. Groundhog Day cruising adventures. Still in Island Head Creek. The breeze is not quite so strong today, but it's definitely still there. You can probably hear the wind generator in the background. Bit of rain overnight. That's sort of patchy. A little bit of clear sky too, so who knows. We might just stay here though because it's nice and flat at night time. We've been sleeping so well. So anyway, got a couple more repair jobs today. Probably have a look at our Sikaflexing around our davit supports. Have a look at this. So you can probably see if you look really carefully around our davits that Sikaflex around the base of it is looking a bit sketchy. It's not really very tightly adapting. The other day we were having a look at our batteries downstairs and we noticed a bit of a water leak at the base of that stanchion on the other side. It's actually the base of our stern arch that supports our solar panels. So I had a crack the other day at the other side, tidied that up. So I took all the old stuff off and I basically just re-sickered the edge. So I'll probably try and get in there today. That's in our garage behind all our crap. So I might get in there today and have a look at that and let's make sure that that stopped that leak. Still got a little bit of an issue with our starter, so I might even have to pull this open today and just have a little look in behind our ignition switch there and check the terminals on the starter motor. They look alright, and I've checked the battery terminals and they look alright. So that's the next thing I might have a look at. It's just intermittent. Have a go how close we are to a Miri here. We're basically transom to transom. It's just crazy. The currents in this joint are so weird. And there's a decent breeze, so it's not like there's no breeze. Look, you can see it's blowing. It's probably at 15 knots. But the current in here is just crazy. You can see the boils next to Brett's boat there. It's like he's heaved too. It's got that kind of flat water coming up this way from the current. Tide's coming in, blowing against the wind. Very weird. What's going on out here today, Precious?
Not a lot.
Same old, isn't it?
Yep.
It's sort of very much a Groundhog Day.
I'm not baking today though.
No baking today. Okay.
Did the dishes.
And brushed your hair?
No.
Okay.
Haven't brushed my
Not
hair.
that special a day. Bit of sun today at least, that's kind of nice. Give it 10 minutes though and it'll all be gone again. I'm thinking we might try and get the crab traps out. I was talking to Brett there a minute ago. High tide, we might sneak up one of these little creeks over here and have a crack. And Mary's doing some weird things here. It looks like it's reversing up into the wind. Could have just about stepped on his transom a minute ago and then he went all the way back around, so he's nearly parallel to us, and now it's reversing up again. Definitely the current's got hold of him. He must have a much bigger keel, I guess, than us. It's just very strange. Catamaran in the background. He's pointing a totally different direction to both of us. And this power cat over here is pointing a different direction to all of us. Very, very weird place. Coming to the end of another day here in Island Head Creek. This will be night 5. Probably the best day we've had so far. The breeze was a bit lighter. Virtually no rain. He's hoping it'll just keep getting better and better. We're checking our crab traps. Here's trap number 1 coming up. And what do we... Oh, there's a crab in there! Oh, it's a beauty too. Ow, ow, ow! Apparently you got a howl, Brett Rex, when you're crabbing. Too good. All right, that'll be fun on later. At least you got one nipper. All right. So that's 3 pulled, 1 keeper, 1 absolute midget. Still got 2 to go up here, but.
One monster.
Okay, here comes lucky number 4. Looks a bit baity. It's only bait. It's not what we're after. Lucky last. Oh, it's got some weight, this one too. It's Brett's lucky pot. But it's hard to see in there. Looks like it's just leaves and stuff. Ah, bugger. We got 1. Can't be too disappointed with that. No one's got eaten yet either, so that's always a plus. Okay, this is a lesson on how to lose a toe to a mud crab. First step, get said huge mud crab out of the bucket. Second step, pin mud crab to ground. then I'm told put it over their carapace like that, under his arm. The only problem is he's only got one arm there. And then you can pull that one back in here. I think I might need to do this one a little bit differently because he's only got one nipper under his. Pull that in nice and tight there. As snug as I can. This is the modified single nipper technique. I'm just trying to get a bit of tension on my knot. And then there we have it, one very poorly tied up mud crab. I think I might see if I can get that a bit tighter still. So Groundhog Day is officially over. We've finally left Island Head Creek after 6 nights and we're on our way up here towards Supply Bay, which is at the top of Townsend Island. And we're thinking if the weather and the conditions hold up nicely, we might even press on to Hunter Island. So we're just going to see. You probably see under the headsail there, that's Amiri, our friends up in front. And there's quite a few boats heading north today. So I think everyone's got the same idea and they're probably all been holed up in different places. But yeah, today's the day to move. A little bit of swell, probably got a metre of swell, something like that. But it's right up our clacker, so we're just surfing along with it. Just got a full main, full headsail, and we're only a couple of hours away, probably an hour away really from Supply Bay. So we're just going to see how we go then. Precious has assumed the position. So she's been running around on deck. Our autopilot's playing up, so I'm having a hand steer here. And she's been doing all the grunt work, so she's having a little well-deserved rest there. So we're not too far away from Supply Bay now. I think we are going to pull in. Look at this. There's something you don't see every day as well. Precious is having a steer. She's doing a good job there. We've pulled the headsail down now because it was just getting too square. And you can see we've just got to go around this little, I think this is Cape Townsend here. This is all part of the Shoalwater Bay military area. There's also a green zone along here, so no fishing unfortunately, but yeah, nice spot. I quite like this area. Our friends on Amiri just running with the headsail today, so that's them back there. We've gone past them, but they're going to pull in here as well. We've actually got nearly a knot and a half of current behind us at the moment, so even though it's not blowing too much and we've only got the main up, there's a fair bit of current, so we're doing still pretty good numbers. Anyway, we've only got about 2 miles to go till we're in there, so it's all happy days. Just square running with our preventer on. Just running down to a block right up on the bow there. I don't know if you can see it, the blue and white rope. Back to a jammer on the port side. Here's a bit of excitement for us. We've got some whales off the bow. I think there's a couple of them at least too. This is Supply Bay, just starting to open up now. You can start to see the beach there. Big sign on the beach, warning of a bombing range, so not supposed to be walking around in the bush up there, that's for sure. A few islands just up to the northwest a bit. We're just going to go through that little passage right about there. We'll go and anchor over near the beach there. Lunch looks good today. Yum. Mine looks a bit bigger than Sam's though. It's unusual. What do you think about that? Why is mine so much bigger than yours?
Because you took the only claw.
Poor crab only had one claw. We can probably share it.
Wow. Have a look at
Queensland lollipop. Yoo!
that. Is unbelievable and so sweet.
This is one of the things I love most about Supply Bay. It's a pretty cool little anchorage, but have a look at the sunsets you get out here. Just beautiful. I'll take that. It's a pretty cool line of cloud over here. Heading off in the distance up towards where we're going to go. So we're on passage again. This time we're on our way down to Hunter Island. So basically Hunter is over here at the moment. So we're sailing a little bit above our line. We've only got our full main up today. We haven't got anything on. We're running very square here. So we're just going to wait till we need to jibe over and then we'll probably put the heady up. Probably see if you look at the wind angle here, it's pretty square. So yeah, nice day though, beautiful sunny conditions. A little bit light there a minute ago, we had about 15 knots, comes into about 20 at times. So up ahead we've got Hexham Island, and also over to our port side. A little bit hard to probably see that through the clears, but there's another yacht through there. There's actually two yachts. The one that's nearest to us is Skylark, our friends from Gosford, and then over in the distance, back towards the island there that you can maybe see, is where Brett and Noel are on Amelia. So pretty good morning, apart from Samantha. What happened? Disaster.
Not happy, Jan.
Sam lost her favourite cap overboard.
It was a Camilla cap.
A Camilla cap. That'll teach you. Wearing Camilla caps up on deck. Anyway, it's just a cap. It can get replaced, so all good. We've got about 24-mile passage all up. Probably done a quarter of that so far. So we're getting a bit further into our passage. This is Otterbourne Island. Then up ahead there, you can see is Marble Island and the Duke Islands, basically. We're going to go to Hunter, which is sort of around the back of Marble Island there. Still got our sort of 15 to 20 knots. Goes up and down a bit. A little bit of a lumpy sea, but it's all going with us and we're running real square. Still just got full main, no headsail. Just square running downwind. It's all good though. And obviously I'm filming, which means she's at it again. She's steering again. Doing a good job too. Getting her 8s. Got a 10 a minute ago, didn't you?
10.1.
10.1. Not bad, just full main. I did a 10.7 though. Don't know what it is in Queensland. It always looks choppier than what the wind strength would suggest. Oh, the race is on here. Here's us. Here's Skylark. They've got starboard on us too.
There's no sailor, right?
And decent sailors. Anyway, it's all good. We're pretty much laying the mark. I'm tipping they're going to jibe shortly. They might just slam dunk right on top of us. I doubt it actually. Okay, job done. We've made it into Hunter Island. So we have been here before once, about 5 years ago. There's a few other boats here though, so it's a little bit congested. There's one cat here already, and that Skylark just there. This boat's just come in, Island Girl. And our friends on Amir here just coming down the channel there now. So we tried to anchor up just near that point there in front of us, but there must be a bit of a back eddy there. The current was definitely running with us as we came down that passage just here. But we dropped the anchor up there in some fairly good water, pretty close to the hill there. And our transfer was pointing straight back out into the middle of the channel instead of laying to the breeze. So I suspect there's a pretty decent sort of back eddy. Anyway, a little bit smaller than what I recall it being in here when there's a few boats around anyway. That's still a nice spot. It's good to be in here. We catch up with Andrew and Claire over there on Skylark this afternoon. We've got a couple of little visitors up on the bow. A couple of little welcome swallows. So not a bad morning. A little bit cloudy today. Skylark over here. Pretty much everyone else has left. Was a little bit of a rolly night though. The swell certainly comes around that corner up in front there. You can see us bouncing up and down a little bit. If you get a little bit side onto it, then we get the rock and rolls up. Anyway, we're off shortly up to the Percy Islands. Go and take on another 21 nautical mile passage, I think it is. Should be pretty cruisy though. It'll be a little bit tighter angle hopefully today. We'll get a little bit more pace up. Not quite so intense. It's pretty intense when you're sailing really square like we have been the last few passages. Haven't seen any deer yet either. Bit hard to see them in this light though. Looks like you can go up through there, but if you check on the navionics, it's a bit sketchy. So definitely better to go back out the way we came, I think. There's our little swallows. We're in trouble here. How are we going, helmsman?
Going fabulous.
How's our wind angle, helmsman?
150.
150, beautiful. Alrighty, so that's Hunter Island down in the background there, and around behind us with the white cliffs is Marble Island. Beautiful sailing today. Got the clears up to keep the breeze out a little bit, but it's a lovely sunny day. A little bit of cloud on the horizon more so, but nice and sunny. We've got about, how much, helmsman? 14 knots of breeze? Bit more like 15 or 16 apparently, the helmsman tells me. And yeah, beautiful angle. So, and the sea state's still a little bit flatter today. Hopefully once we get around behind the islands or out from under the islands, it'll still be pretty nice. But yeah, still a little bit of swell, but it's probably the nicest we've had it for the last few trips. So we've only got about a 3-hour trip today, so we're hoping it'll be all over with very quickly. And we'll be in beautiful West Bay before we know it. And we've got the rod out, so here's hoping. So tell me how you cheated again?
What? I didn't cheat.
See, cheating. See, you got a 9.6 steering before, then handed the wheel over to me, and then during my shift I've looked down at the maximum boat speed and we got a 10.2.
Which could have been mine because we didn't check that before you took over. So you can't claim it.
Please.
It's unclaimable.
Liar, pants on fire.
It goes to Narita.
I know she's cheating too because she keeps turning down the waves and we're reaching across them. That's cheating. That doesn't count. I can see it in your wake. So we're getting closer now. There's South Percy over there. And then around this way is Middle Percy Island, which is our destination. Hopefully, Sam's going to steer us up that channel in between the islands on the western side of Middle Percy. It's looking a bit better. See a couple of yachts in the distance. That's Skylark and Demiri. We've got about 3 miles to go. Just about there. No fish yet, but. So another successful passage. For anyone who hasn't been here before, this is West Bay. There's Andrew off Skylark just going over to our other friends on Amiri. Brett caught a nice tuna this morning, so he's sharing it around. Yeah, so it's a beautiful place. Beautiful coloured water. Only drawback here is that little bit of swell that comes around the corner there. Otherwise, it's a pretty special place. The pine islets out the back. And there's the north side of the bay. Sweet spot. Looking forward to a swim and a bevy on the beach, I think. So I'm not going so well on the fishing front. Just as we pulled up out the front here, we're just off the pine islets there, dropping our sails, and we got a big hit on the lure. A couple of big runs, and then this happened. I don't know if you can see that, but very disappointing. My wire leader unraveled itself by the looks of it. Either that or it's just been bitten clean through. It's only got a couple of turns, so that's a possibility as well, but there was a lure on the end of that at some stage, so very disappointing.